Yeah, I was once again on my monthly trip to the big blue and yellow Flatpak store to get new storage options for the walls of my studio, but I have a feeling that after the inflation of the past few years this could get quite expensive, but we will see. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm looking for, the SKÅDIS Pegboards, and I want the complete office wall covered with these, but check this out. 10 for each, and now we have 10, so it's $100 only for this. Much too much for me. I have a way cooler idea. So my next trip will be straight to the hardware store to buy some sheets of beech plywood. I always buy whole sheets since they are cheaper, and then my girlfriend and I cut them at the circular saw because she loves it when we make some noise together. And yes, I need of course some fancy machinery to cut my pegboards. I'm not that crazy and I will not drill all these thousands of holes by hand. So I'm using a laser, the Pegboard YX460, and there are 3 important features which you should be aware of when it comes to laser engraving and laser cutting, and it's definitely not the laser power, but let me show you. And the first super important feature is a reasonable sized laser bed, and the Pegboard YX460 has a laser bed of 400 by 600 millimeter, which is perfect for the IKEA SKÅDIS because the SKÅDIS Pegboard has a size of 360 by 560 millimeter, so we can use the full capacity of the laser bed. And the second important feature you should be aware of is an easy connection to your PC or your laptop, and the Pegboard comes with an Ethernet connection, a USB-A connection, also a flash drive connection, but I highly recommend to not mess around with these flash drives. It saves you a lot of time when you have a direct connection to your PC or your laptop, so I'm using the USB-A. But my laptop has USB-C, so I have to use a port in between, but that's also super simple. Just plug the USB in the port and the USB-C in the laptop. And now I have a direct connection to Lightburn, and that's the software I'm using to operate the laser. So I can use all the commands from the laser direct in the Lightburn software. Super easy and super time saving. And the last and super important feature of a laser is the autofocus. That saves also a lot of time because it sucks when you have to focus the laser with these acrylic pieces every time by hand. So an autofocus is perfect. Let me show you how easy it can be. All I have to do is drive the laser in the middle of my material and then press menu, searching for the autofocus, press enter, and the laser does the autofocus itself. But why is the laser power not on my list of important features? It's super simple. If you have only a small laser, you can do 2 passes or 3 passes. It saves you a lot of money if you buy a small laser and do 2 passes instead of 1. Do you know what's super satisfying? Lifting the pegboard. Check this out. But don't be that crazy and try to remove all these little bits by hand. Just use a vacuum, it's much faster. It took me a day and a half to cut all these panels, and now it's time for some color because that's what I have to change. I like the beech wood because of its hardness. It's a super tough material, but what I don't like is this color. So let's change it, and I'm going easy with a 2-in-1 solution. That's a primer and color in one. Yes, all these panels are painted, but I'm not done. They are furry like Sasha, my ridgeback, so I have to give them a quick sanding with my orbital sander to break all these little wood fibers which try to stand straight. Yeah folks, it's wild. I can cover nearly the complete studio floor with the self-made IKEA SKÅDIS, and what's left is to put them on the wall. But we need also a slight gap between the wall and the panel itself, so I used one of my 3D printers and made some of these spacers. And if you don't have a 3D printer, it's also fine if you use some washers or some nuts. Just stack them behind the plate and you have the space you need. So does it make sense to buy a laser only because of some pegboard walls? Surely not. Will I beat IKEA in making the SKÅDIS pegboard? Absolutely not, because it takes way too long. It took me round about... Sasha! What's up? Be quiet. It took me round about an hour for one of these panels, and I had 24, so round about 2 days, and yeah. But if you run several YouTube studios like I do, that can be an option for you if you already have a laser. I plastered the complete wall with these pegboards. That saved me a lot of time and money. I only spent $40 at the hardware store. Yeah. And the laser is not that expensive as you think it is. And if you want to do these pegboards yourself, I will link it on my Patreon, which is somewhere here or somewhere there. So check it out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Sasha, what's up? Lecker.